What are we doing? It's Monday. This is the wrong day.
I don't know how that happened.
So we thought we would release a podcast, 15-30-minute podcast.
we finally have an ambitious plan to work this week.
Look, everyone, I'm not naked.
No one listens to you.
No, that's impressive. That's nice.
I'll insert some extra silence in post.
That actually wasn't bad. I just like to be quiet.
Hey, that's our special banjo intro this week.
That's awesome.
You motherfucker.
What?
That's why I wanted to start this podcast off. I'm so mad at you right now.
Are you?
Yes, I'm furious.
Wait.
I'm so angry at you.
Before we get into that, because it's going to be it's going to
whole
take
thing.
a while, because I'm very upset too. We've been playing nice this morning because I didn't want you to know just how fucking mad I am.
You know,
at you.
I know how mad you are because you both were playing nice.
Oh my god.
Okay. Before we get in, I want to talk about the intro.
Okay.
Did somebody on the site play the banjo? Because I love the banjo.
Yeah. Hold on.
Did you just get a girl boner for some 15-year-old dude on the site?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a little
Nice.
bit. I got one.
In his email, he said he wasn't very active on the site. Where's his name?
As long as he's active in the bedroom, Griffin doesn't care.
Oh.
Mikey LHD.
Okay. If you are listening, send me a personal comment. I'll add you.
Headshot.
Also, your address, pictures, please. Okay, let's get back to why we hate Gus now.
Oh my god.
Hit me.
Fucking
You
hate you.
fucking asshole. You didn't show up to D&D last night. It was our first game in a month. Our characters were all fucking... We had already...
First game in 2 weeks.
You're our
It's been a while.
First of all, okay, yeah, and our other guys weren't there, which
You're
we
our
knew
healer.
about. You're a healer.
Yeah, that's not my fault. The guys aren't there.
Adam's out of the country. Parker hasn't started yet, so it was Griffin and I. Frank was like, we gotta play. If we don't play D&D, we might as well just not have the thing anymore because we're never playing. And we're like, yeah, no, we'll play. Just dumb down the encounters.
We were already at half health, and we were on the brink of a major mission. And
I was
didn't show
down
up.
to... we just started the night out. We couldn't rest because we have one day to get to the stupid temple, right? And
Also not my fault.
yeah, I know. I'm not blaming that on you. And I was down to 3 mana, which I only got because I leveled last time, thank God. And we end up in this encounter against 7 dudes with me, Griffin, and the NPC run character, or Frank's NPC run AI teammate, Jude.
Jude, the hot
Jude
guy.
went down.
Like immediately. He walked in the room, and he got cut in half.
Jude went down hard.
Nice, I didn't like him anyway.
Well, he's not dead. We're going to save him. Griffin went down to -4.
Yeah,
And I
negative
had
5.
-5. I had 1 hit point against 3 guys. We killed 4, including Griffin killing a
I killed them.
stupendous job killing a half-orc, which was fantastic, by the way.
I got to use
This is like
my Tanglefoot bag I've been holding on to for weeks.
Yeah. This is a
So you've been holding on to it for 1 game.
Well,
then.
wait, no, more than that. I guess like weeks in the game.
this is
which
a
could be months.
45-minute encounter fighting these 7 dudes. I'm down to 1 hit point, no mana, nothing going on, and I was able to intimidate them. We should, by all rights, be dead and have wiped.
I think Frank went easy on us, which really bothers
You can't
me.
go
I
easy.
argued with both of them. I'm like, listen, we would have won.
Listen, I have ranks in Intimidate. I rolled a 19.
And I just killed a half orc.
So and they were really hurt too. They were battered too. But I rolled a 19 with my ranks in Intimidate. I ended up like a 28 or something on Intimidate. And the guy I was intimidating rolled a 1. So you can't say, Frank, let us go easy on that one. That dude fumbled his Intimidate check.
That's true. And his bodyguard had just died, and he was a weak old man with no armor. So
they took off. But I almost drove to your house to punch you. It was terrible.
we almost had to roll new characters because of you yesterday, and I just wanted you to feel bad about yourself.
That's fun though.
No.
That's awesome. That's like the best part of the game.
We did get we got like a lot of XP.
Do you remember the previous time we played that battle you and I had, where you and I valiantly, we almost died, we came close to wiping, but we pulled through somehow?
Right, the other game where no one showed up except for you and me.
This was
no one else got in trouble.
way worse than that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. That being said, we got 2,600 experience points for
Nice.
it. It was awesome. I'm halfway to level 6 now.
That's
Over
good.
half, more than halfway.
So for those who haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
Or if you don't know what that is, something way cooler.
Come to D&D next week, for God's sakes.
We'll see.
we need a healer so bad.
No, it sounds like you all handled it just fine.
No, dude, I used all my acid flasks. I used all my flame shit.
You're not capped on the number of times you can intimidate. Just fucking roll with that. Seems like you're the master there.
Yeah, but you're like 2 feet tall. I mean, I think that you should have some like. You should have to add some like negative something. I don't know. I think that should be counting against you, your character.
I had nothing. Oh, by the way, I did roll. This is really lame, but I rolled a natural 20, and then on my crit check, I rolled a natural 20, and then I rolled max hit die on both crits.
Nice.
Yeah, it was 20, 26, 6. It was pretty impressive.
We actually rolled really. I mean, we it was back and forth. Like we had these dog, like bone-faced dog things, like. I don't know what they're called.
We had 5 natural 20s between the two of us.
Yeah,
wow.
And they all rolled really badly, but they kind of just absorbed. I shouldn't even be talking about this. They absorbed arrows for us. Never mind. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But anyway, I'm still angry.
Okay.
Feel free to cut this part from the podcast. Just come to fucking D&D next week.
Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, did you see the picture that Daruma on the site made of you, Lord
Yeah, I
Smashington?
saw that. That was weird.
It was pretty
Your
funny.
character, Lord Smashington. It doesn't really fit the character because you're not a...
Yeah, he didn't know. He's just going off of,
No, but it
off
looks
of a
good.
name, yeah.
Also, your chest looked fantastic. Whoever that guy's chest was that he found on the internet was awesome.
Google image search, what can it do? So I guess we should say that it's just Jeff Griffin and Gus right now.
So far.
We might have a fourth joining us, maybe.
Let's hope so.
I guess Bernie's pretty caught up in production and had a meeting this morning, so he couldn't be here. And he's actually going to Vancouver Saturday.
Friday or Saturday, right?
Saturday. I think he's going on Saturday.
I get the impression from Griffin that Matt wouldn't be in the office Friday, though. I think they're both going to Vancouver.
Oh, really? I booked their travel on Saturday.
Maybe they're taking the day off.
It's
it sounds a little
personal
suspicious.
day.
They're going to hold hands and skip around in a field somewhere.
You don't quote me on anything because I never know what's going on.
Okay, well, this is totally off the record right now, so go ahead. Just speak clearly into the
I
microphone.
I just got the... No, I think it was next week that he's leaving.
No, CanWest is this weekend.
No, I know.
Oh, he's going on
saying.
vacation or something.
Yeah, like I'm saying, that was what I was talking about next week.
Gripping podcast talk this morning. We are on a roll.
It's what's happening in the office. That's what people want to hear.
It's true.
That and about imaginary worlds where dwarves and half-elves and orcs are on the moon.
It was awesome. I got to be a office bully this morning because Bernie had asked me to do some Red vs. Blue stuff while he went to his meeting, and I did what I could. But we had the podcast, so I went to pass the rest of it off on to Brandon. I went up to him and I said, "Hey, are you busy right now?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty busy." And I go, "Not anymore. You're about to be busy with this, though." It was fun.
Brandon looks so miserable. Every day I come in, he looks worse and worse. He's gone pale. He's like, I don't know, he just looks shaggier. There are dark circles under his eyes.
He sits
never
next
smiles.
to Gus for 8 hours a day.
Even if I don't talk to him, he's just like in that ancillary hate zone.
Gus is like... Gus essentially has the effect of the One Ring on the people around him.
Minus the power, just the drain.
Yeah, just the drain.
No, he's a great guy.
Love him to death. Salt of the earth.
I love sitting next to Brandon because it's the one desk in the office I can sit next to that makes my desk look clean in comparison.
Yeah.
His desk is a mess.
Is that true? I always think it's cleaner than Matt's.
No,
Matt has a dirty desktop.
Oh yeah.
Matt has grime on his mouth.
My desk you would never tell because it's in the darkest corner. I was looking at my feet. I couldn't see my feet from my chair. Like I was looking down because it's so dark. It's like a black pit.
That's where I used to sit.
It's horrible.
It was awesome.
I feel like I'm in a cave. There was one day I was sitting there for an hour, and Joel finally noticed I was in the room. He had no idea. We were in the same room for an hour. He had no idea I was there.
You sit next to Monty over there, and sometimes I'll go half a day without realizing he's sitting over there. All of a sudden, I'll hear a very loud punching on the keyboard, and oh, Monty's here. That dude loves to fight computers.
Actually, sitting next to Monty is more it's pretty fun. We just sit around and he shows me fight scenes on YouTube, and we talk about costuming. He's really into costuming.
Well, I mean, he must be. He made that costume for his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Boston,
yeah, and he has a really intuitive knowledge of it. He doesn't have any I don't think any training or anything. He just makes stuff. It's cool.
So I was thinking about something regarding Alan Wake.
Okay.
First of all,
have you beaten it?
Yeah, I want to go back on what I said last week. Last week I seemed like I was very down on it.
Right.
And it's because I think I just played the first hour, the intro stuff.
It's a rough first hour.
It's pretty rough.
That intro dream sequence is just bad.
It gets better. And I finished it and I enjoyed it. I feel like there were some things that could have been better, but overall it was a fine game. I think it's worth picking up and playing. I'm going to try to dance around this and be as spoiler free as possible. But you and I were talking about how Alan Wake's name, like if his initial, he'd be A Wake, right?
Right.
And we were kicking around the idea that maybe the whole thing was a dream sequence and everything. And at the end of the game, after you rescue your wife, I realized her name is Alice Wake, A Wake.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and there's some things that happen at the end of the game that lead me to believe that maybe she'll be the protagonist in the next game, and that the whole thing is still a dream.
Well, there's two DLCs that have been announced. I think one in June and one in July that are new episodes.
True.
One's called, I don't know, one of them's called The Rider, and then the other one's called something else.
Yeah, I forgot what the other one's called.
But I could see her being a protagonist without giving
Especially because
away.
in the game she has a fear of the dark. So it makes a lot more sense, I guess.
Yeah, but does she have a fear in the dark? Because they kind of turn that upside down at one point at the end. When they make it, there's VO, this isn't a spoiler either, that makes it sound like Alan was the one that actually had the fear of the dark.
Yeah, well, he said earlier in the cutscene at the very beginning of the game, he says he was afraid of the dark when he was a little kid. That's why his mom gives him the clicker.
The clicker? Yeah, but I have to go back and listen to that audio again, but I seem to remember in that scene where like he's having a conversation with Alice, and she's like, I'm not scared of the dark, you are.
Oh, that's the darkness trying to confuse him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that
Confused me too.
Yeah, it was all like an illusion put on by the darkness.
Were you happy with the ending?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's so hard to talk about this without talking about spoilers.
Yeah, I'm trying to really talk around it. There were some things I was happy with and some things I was not happy with. I think that they left it maybe a little too open to interpretation and a little too open to sequel. We'll see how the DLCs resolve it, though, I guess.
I'll say this: final boss was a disappointment.
You don't fight the final boss.
There's no real fight.
You see the final boss die in a cutscene.
Well, before that, there's kind of a fight. Yeah,
there's a fight, but
there's nothing to it.
It's real weird.
It especially as hard as it is to get to that point. Well, it was a little harder for me because I was trying for that achievement, which is basically to get from the beginning of episode 6 to the end of episode 6 without using a weapon. So that was
did you have to fight the boss
difficult.
with no weapon?
Well, no, you can use. You just have to get up to that point.
Oh, okay.
And then you get the achievement pops, and then you can use a weapon.
Okay, gotcha.
But still, it was pretty hard to do because you don't have much recourse if you can't fire a gun at those enemies. Mm-hmm. You can basically just throw flares at them and run. And your character gets tired after apparently Alan Wake's a smoker because he gets tired after about 15 feet.
Yeah, and the Taken are really fast. They must have all been track stars before they were taken because everyone runs faster than you do.
Yeah, it's basically like you and I at lunch in high school, trying to run away with our Cheetos while the football players are throwing us in trash cans.
Yes,
they were always so much faster than us.
The ending was a little, I don't know, I know I already said it, the ending was a little too open-ended for me, I thought. Very ambiguous, and I guess that's all I'll say about it. So, what did you think about did you actually end up watching the end of Lost, either of you?
You saw what I watched in the office.
Oh, like the last 5 minutes?
Yeah.
No, we're building a chicken coop, and we totally forgot about it.
It's true.
It looks great. Have you seen... You saw some of the pictures.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures you posted on the website.
We've started distressing, the outer frame.
Can't just paint it. Have to paint it... and then paint it again, and then cover it in rubber cement and candles, and then paint it a third time or fifth time or however many fucking times.
Why do you cover it in rubber cement and candles?
Oh, well, we bought a bunch of salvage lumber to make the hen houses out of. But we wanted the frame to be really solid, so we bought 2x4s, and they look totally different. They look like new wood.
So, question.
Yeah.
You said you're building a coop, but you bought distressed lumber to build hen houses. Are the coop and the hen houses two different things, or
we're essentially building the chicken run, which is actually it's going to be a big square around a tree. It's
it's
a big fence,
8x8. I don't know.
It'll be it's a frame, and we're going to put chicken wire over it, and it's going to be a little that's the area that they're going to be living in. And then we're building
a chicken box.
Yeah, and then we're going to put the hen houses they can actually go and lay down and lay eggs in.
It's going to be. We were just going to build a standard chicken coop, and then we got stupid and decided that we should be able to walk into the chicken coop essentially, so we don't have to bend down and stuff. So we built it 6.5 feet high, and then we decided at the part of the yard where we're putting it that we have a tree. And so we're kind of limited in space, and my yard's pretty small anyway, so we decided to build it around the tree. So to build it around the tree, it had to be 8 feet wide. And so now it's
Well, also, 2x4s come in 8-foot sections, and we didn't want to do that much cutting, so let's get down to the real reason here.
It's giant, but then and then I had the brilliant, stupid idea that the chickens should have a Swiss Family Robinson style house. So we're building chicken hen houses in the tree, like little tree houses with steps to get to.
That
them.
sounds awesome. Is it like multi-level? And
Yeah, it's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be
we're gonna
multi-level.
have like a few different ones.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be great, and we have found this cool like old wooden military crate that held like
Bombs.
grenades or something. Yeah,
Frag grenades.
and it's got like all that lettering on the side, and we probably have to like take it apart and just work the lumber in a different way to make it work for hen houses. But we have some really cool stuff that we found. Actually, that place you recommended, the salvage yard,
Isn't that place great?
it's awesome. It's a little overpriced, but everything in Austin, like
Yeah.
to do with.
It's a little overpriced, but it's much. I feel like it's much better to go there and look through there than it is Habitat Restore. I feel like Habitat Restore, you've got to
It's like
sort
junk,
through
yeah.
piles of garbage to find like one good thing, which
Yeah.
is cheap.
Yeah.
But there, everything was good.
Well, and that thing, like this place had the actual old like lumber and old doors and things like that you would actually be looking for. Like Habitat Restore is cool, but they have like mostly like old apartment doors and like really cheap kind of stuff.
Right.
That doesn't have like much of a design appeal.
Right. Did you see any of the fireplaces they have at that salvage place?
They were great.
God.
Yeah, there were some pretty cool ones.
Some awesome stuff.
So anyway, long story short, a normal family would have a chicken coop already, and they would have happy chickens running around in their chicken coop. But the Ramseys have to do it the stupid way. So
Well, and we've been busy looking at D&D, and we care about the game, so we showed up. And so we didn't have any time to work on it last night. But I would take it back to it. I've got this stain. It's like a semi-translucent stain that's like kind of a grayish, like a taupe. That looks like the aged wood. That matched it to the door. We found this old, like farm door, whatever. So I'm trying to like do that, and then I'm gonna use rubber cement, like little strips of rubber cement and candle wax. And then when you paint the next coat on, you go with like sandpaper and scratch it off. And like any place that you had the rubber cement and the candle wax, it won't stick, but it has a different look for each one. So it looks it looks a little bit more realistic because of different kinds of scratches that you would get over the years.
Man, that sounds super complicated.
It's it's not
Yeah,
that
it's way
complicated.
too
But
complicated.
it means they have to paint the thing like 3 times instead of just 1 time. And also, I'm making the like metal braces and hinges and stuff look like they're rusted already with spray paint. So it's gonna look awesome.
in 4 years when it's done, after our
it's not
chickens
gonna-
are long gone,
Well, you'll have a space for your chicken's children.
I guess.
I'm excited about it. But having chickens has really been a major source of joy for us so far.
So how long do you have to have these chickens before they start like outputting eggs?
5 months.
5 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already getting really big. Like they're doubling in size every week. It feels
You've
like.
had them like a month, right?
Oh no, probably like 6 weeks.
Probably.
So you'll have eggs by right around PAX time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah. Except I don't know about the silkies if they're on the same like trajectory or
I
whatever.
don't know.
And they've got mini eggs and they don't lay them as often, but they're supposed to be really non-aggressive and are good brooders or whatever. If you want something to lay something for you. I mean, like
There's
when
a
a
lot
hat.
ways.
Like if you want something that's gonna like actually go and sit on the eggs.
That's cool. So it's a chicken that's good at sitting around.
Yeah.
It's like the Jack of chickens. It'll sit there and just wait for people to make pop culture references and laugh.
That's awesome.
I can't believe he's not even in here yet.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get out of bed before fucking 2 p.m.
Well, y'all.
Should we call his mom and ask her to wake him up?
Oh, here he is. How's it going, Jack?
Well,
We're talking shit about you. You came in at just the right time.
imagine that.
We'll let you get settled.
Hi.
It's perfect timing. I was just about to start trying to talk about Lost, and they hadn't seen Lost, so it's going to be a very
I
one-sided conversation.
read it. It's fine.
What's up, guys?
Not much. Glad you could join us.
Thank you. So, what were we talking about?
Oh, well, first off, we were mad at Gus for a while, and then we talked about chicken coops. It's been pretty engrossing. And then we talked about whether or not Matt was going to be in the office next Friday for like 18
Yeah,
minutes.
that took a really long time for some reason.
And now that I've referenced it again, Gus can't cut it.
I was have to cut this.
It's stuck now, right? Well, cool. So, Lost? Are we talking about Lost now, Gus?
I think so, but these guys seem very disinterested in it.
No, let's talk about it. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Well, let's not talk about it too much, because every time we fucking talk about it... You know what? No, fuck them. Every time we talk about it, I always get hate mail from, like, Australia and England. They're like, we're 3 episodes behind. They're like, thanks for the warning about the spoilers.
Well, that's
Well,
why
see-
that's why it's great to be an American, right? We get
See,
shit
now,
on time.
now they're 3 episodes ahead because they get to hear everything that happens.
That's true.
There
See,
you go.
we're doing them a favor. We're doing them a
Exactly.
service.
You're welcome, Australia.
There's probably like a lot of Australian versions of Jeff out there that are like, I just want to read it anyway. Like, I just want to know what happens. I don't want to go through the process of seeing it.
See, they can have the true Jeff experience. We can have Jack tell them what happened, like recreate the episode.
So, do you want to not give spoilers? Like, for instance, the died at the very end of the episode? I don't know. Is that a spoiler?
One of the things I wanted to talk about though was the Target commercials that I guess Target
Those
made
were so
Those
good.
are fantastic.
I haven't seen them air again since then, but I saw them airing. I guess in like the preview up to the finale, and then during the finale, I guess they made like 3 special spots.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are.
I
They were
read.
clever.
I read that they were directed by Jack Bender, who directs a lot of Lost episodes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much work it is to
Yeah.
film one shot, 15-second.
I don't think that
I think
they
they
just
just-
pulled
they
that
just, like-
footage from the episodes.
Yeah,
right?
it looked like directly
No,
just pulled.
no. The keyboard one, he was slamming on the execute
What
button.
about the one where Sawyer
yeah, yeah.
and Juliet kiss?
Oh, that's a fake one. That's a fan made one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
there was just like a jungle scene where a boar runs through. I'm pretty sure they've had that in the.
I don't know.
I don't know, maybe
It
not.
was like one shot. They could
Yeah.
just redo that.
Sure.
But it was very cool. Like it made it seem almost like a big event, almost like the Super Bowl. You know, during the Super Bowl, people make special commercials for that event, and it was cool to see special commercials for a series finale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would those commercials work outside of that finale, you think?
I don't know. I haven't seen them air again. They were only 15-second spots too, which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, if my dad watched that commercial, he'd be like, "What? I don't get it. What's that giant black thing?"
Yeah.
So probably not.
I read that.
Well, your dad's also racist.
I read that commercial time during the Lost finale was $900,000 for a 30-second spot.
Holy shit! You know what I just thought? I
No.
just popped into my head. When your house was broken into the last time, all the doors and windows were locked, right? Maybe you got robbed by the smoke monster.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, that's gonna cut.
Yeah, mark that time down.
Man, fuck you guys.
So Gus, I don't know if you were like me, but when they threw Desmond into the, or when they pushed or not pushed, but when they let Desmond down into the light cave or whatever, were you expecting white smoke to come blowing out?
No.
Really?
No.
I was totally thinking that, like he might have been like the good side.
The anti-smoke monster,
Yeah.
the white and the black combined, and they
Yeah.
like disappear.
They turn into gray.
I did not think about that.
No, that actually came in my head for a little bit. I really, really liked the finale though. I think it was done very, very well.
Yeah, I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, some people are upset that they didn't answer all the questions, but I feel like they didn't have enough time to.
What?
I don't think
what-
they necessarily had all the answers.
What
Yeah.
question would you have liked to have seen answered?
A little bit more Walt. Like, why was Walt so special?
Who cares? That was like 5 seasons ago.
Well, he was so important for season like 1 and 2 that it was like, what's wrong? What's up with this kid?
I think
How
the-
did Dharma come to the island?
He wasn't
Yeah.
important though. They let him off. They let him go on the boat. They didn't give a shit about him at the end.
But then how come Locke as Jeremy Bentham had to go talk to, or went and talk to him in the real world? Remember?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the real question is why they would cast a boy right about to hit puberty.
Yeah, that's
Well, obviously they had an end game. You know, they knew they were going to finish over 6 years.
Oh yeah.
No, not really, not at all.
no.
But I don't know. I dug it though.
Well, okay. Here's the question then, Jack. How long have we known each other? Nearly a year at this point.
Probably around a year or two.
I've never heard you say that you didn't like something.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Have
a good
you
point.
have you ever not liked anything?
No, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
right about this one. The Lost finale was good, though. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I hate everything.
That's true.
Okay.
There you go. So that's
So
bigger
there's
than
that's a-
me.
I'm
not
like the
liking
black
something.
smoke, and Jack's like the white smoke. And we're forming a cancerous cloud over here.
Like you've got the oil leak and Jack's engine's running cool. Because that's why you have black smoke.
There you go.
Very good. I like the car analogy. You redeemed yourself from your
Thank you.
terrible,
Thank you.
terrible comment earlier.
But I liked, or I don't know. It was for me at first. It was kind of a cop out that is like this sideways story. Like everyone was getting these happy endings and everything like that, and then on the island stuff still sucked until they kind of like when you realized what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, that's why everyone's getting happy endings because they're moving on.
Because they
you
paid
know?
the extra $5.
There you go.
No, yeah, but I'm definitely sad to see it go. There's a couple of shows that I really liked, and then when they end, it takes a little while for it to sink in. Like The Sopranos was the same way. I love The Sopranos, and there was a finale, and I don't know, I still think about it every now and then, and wish it was still around. And I'm sure it's gonna be like that for a long time with Lost.
Now,
Man, that makes you sound kind of lame. No offense.
Is that true?
Do you get sad and lament? You're just sitting at home and you're like, oh,
You know what's-
TV show, I miss you so much.
know-
We had such good times together.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's
Sorry,
nice-
I don't read all of my TV on social media. It's a little bit of a different experience.
I don't think you
Yes.
should be in Gus's case about missing The Sopranos. We used to have Jeff was really into Sopranos when we first met, and I had never seen it. But
You're about to make some shit up.
I'm not making this up. We used to have
This has not been my podcast. I'm leaving. Fuck this.
every week, like when Sopranos came on, we would have a Sopranos and facials night, and we would get out the mud mask and do facials while we watched The Sopranos. And Jeff totally participated. He would would exfoliate and then do a mud mask and then moisturize. So I don't think he should give a shit.
Griffin, I love you on the podcast.
Okay, let me allow me to redeem myself.
All right, what's the explanation?
I
wanted. Were you getting some kind of like blackhead removal achievement or something?
Desperately wanted to watch The Sopranos, and my wife didn't like The Sopranos.
I did like The Sopranos,
and was annoyed when I would watch it. And I said,
she's right here, and she's saying she liked it.
And she's
I liked
dirty,
it, but
dirty liar. I will say
lies. This. I liked it, but at that point, I don't know what season it was, but I didn't. You have to like explain the backstory to me, and it's a lot of backstory. So I wasn't maybe as into it as you were because I just didn't have I hadn't committed to the show.
So I got her to agree. She was like, "I'll watch it with you, but you've got to do something for me." And so it was like the way I could watch the show would be allow her to exfoliate.
Right. And then why do you let me pluck your eyebrows then?
I don't because you tell me you won't have sex with me if you don't pluck my eyebrows.
Oh, Griffin, you're the best.
This is awesome.
I will say that the eyebrows are a source of power, though.
Yeah,
be careful. She's trying to emasculate you.
Guess
and she's obviously succeeding.
You've got what is it?
Should be
the
like
Samson eyebrow.
Should be like, I need to pluck your eyebrow. You've got a thing going on, and I'm like, no, it's okay. And she's like, do you want to have sex ever again? And so I have to. I mean, occasionally I would like to have sex.
So you got to be ready.
Got to be ready
in the face. You know, did you see that? I'm going to save you here, Jeff.
Are we jumping off Lost?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got one more thing.
All right,
we can go back to it. Oh, you want me to go ahead?
Go ahead, yeah.
So, would you be willing to watch more of The Island with Hurley and Ben?
No.
Running it?
No.
No? I'm interested in that.
I know a lot of people have said that, like on Twitter and Facebooks and whatever they do on the internet. But I don't want to see any more story.
No.
It's done. That's it. I don't want a spin-off. I don't want anything else.
Okay.
The whole thing is canon now, and it's just it is what it is. I don't want them to make another series or another show and then go back and become revisionist and change what's already happened.
Pull a Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want a special edition of the Lost Box in 5 years.
Plus, Ben got just based on what I've seen, and I admit I'm not an expert because I stopped watching this show religiously. But Ben seemed to get lame. I don't know.
He went up
back,
and down.
Yeah, he came back at the end.
He did. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good Ben was no fun.
No, good Ben's no fun. My dog's named Benjamin after him.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your Benjamin, your dog is cute.
He's pretty awesome.
Wears raincoats. All right.
A lot of clothes.
We were talking about Sopranos, and it reminded me about something I read earlier this week that I guess HBO shows are coming to the PSN, so you'll be able to buy them and watch them on your PS3.
I saw that. Yeah.
Which is weird to me. Like I can see other shows have been doing that for a while, like on Xbox Live Arcade and even on the PSN. But HBO is a little different since it's a premium network that you have to, or a premium channel you have to pay for. So it's weird to me that they're, I guess, moving into a digital space. Because as it is, you can't even buy HBO shows on iTunes, right? There's no way to buy HBO shows digital. You have to have HBO.
Or DVDs.
Or the DVDs. So this is the first time that they're going to have...
Is that true?
I think so.
Well, some HBO shows are on Netflix streaming, though, right?
Not any good ones, for the most part.
But that's a side effect of DVDs, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you're right. I guess what I was saying was a little too overreaching. But the shows are going to be sold. I guess what I read was $3 an episode, which seems a little.
That's pretty pricey.
A little pricey.
Yeah. Huh.
But it'll be cool.
But PSN, not Xbox Live.
Right.
Did it say what shows? Or I'm assuming Sopranos.
It says there's a mix of new and old shows. It says Entourage, True Blood, Flight of the Conchords,
Eastbound and Down.
I don't think I have the whole list here.
Oh, okay, that's a good show.
Definitely those four that I said.
I like that show too, but I haven't made it past season 1 yet. I've just kind of get it occasionally, or I see it on the airplane, like on an airplane a lot, and it's always like the same 2 episodes.
Eastbound and Down. Oh, you see it like on a laptop on an airplane, or
no? They always have it like in like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
No,
I'm scared of you now.
No, just like when they have the TV shows or whatever. And,
really?
It's like The Office and Eastbound and Down, like all the time.
Really?
And it's always the same 2 episodes that I always see.
I was on an airplane up to Vancouver, and they showed an episode of Cheers. It's like, what? Like, what year is this? But no, I've never seen any HBO shows on an airplane.
Okay, apparently there's going to be 11 series that they're going to have available on PSN, and they're not going to be available on the PSN until the show is available on DVD.
Okay, well
which seems super weird to me, because then why would you pay,
$3 an episode when you could buy
the... Just go to get the DVD.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. Be interesting to see what the take rate is on that.
But I guess you already buy TV shows like that. Like you always talk about It's Always Sunny, and that's not a DVD, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I could probably get the whole set. They have a box set, seasons 1 through 4. It's like $30. It's probably I'd probably pay twice that buying individual episodes.
And also buying them on my profile when you can't find them because you don't know what is plugged in.
Yeah.
I think Always Sunny begins on Comedy Central next week.
Oh, really? Just reruns, though, right?
Yeah. No new episodes, but the old stuff.
I think we're finally hitting our limit of how many times we can watch the same old episodes.
I think I've seen every episode now about 7 times.
Yeah.
And we're about to have to move back to Burn Notice.
So are you going to dress as Green Man for Halloween?
No, it seems too overdone.
I don't know.
Did you see that, I guess BioWare announced that in upcoming DLC for Mass Effect 2 that you're going to get to play the bits of the game between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did see that.
So you're going to have further story that progresses the game leading up to the next game.
That's pretty exciting.
So, Jack, you're playing Red Dead Redemption right now,
Yes,
right?
I am.
How are you liking it?
I like it a lot. It's a really great game.
How far into it are you at this point?
I just opened up what would be the 3rd section of the map.
Okay.
So I think now the entire map's open to me. So I'm on Act 3 of 3 acts.
Was that Algonquin?
Yeah, that was a broker. No, it's like the I don't know. It's the more modernized section. Like now there's power lines going down the roads and stuff in that area, and apparently there's buffalo roaming around. It's pretty cool. And there's like a snowy mountain I found.
I was looking over your shoulder while we were playing it. I got to the end of the tutorial, but I didn't have my my memory card, so I have to play it all over again, and it's kind of been discouraging me from jumping back in.
It's such a big game, though. The tutorial, you can get through it pretty quick.
Yeah, but what you were doing seemed way more interesting than me saving chickens from coyotes. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to get to that point.
I'm looking at the box here. I didn't realize this game was set in 1911.
Oh, is
really?
that what it is? Yeah, it's right on the edge of the modern era.
So, yeah.
I'll say this because I haven't had a chance to play it because I've been playing. We divvied it up, and you got Red Dead, and I got Wake, and you won that round.
You seem to like the story for Alan Wake.
Oh,
right?
it's fun. It was a good game. But
That's another thing we talked about before we got here.
It's no Red Dead.
The end of the game looked nuts.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's great for what it is. I like sandbox games.
Okay.
Which is why I made like 4,000 Just Cause videos for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah,
I just like that kind of game. But from just being in the same room with you while you play, the voice acting in that game sounds tremendous.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's like Uncharted 2 good, but really, really good.
Yeah.
And whoever that dude is, they tap to be the main character. That
He's
dude's
great.
Yeah, I had no interest at all in the game until I come back here every now and then, sit on the couch in your guys' office, and just watching Jack play Red Dead makes me want to play it now.
Hey, actually, it's the multiplayer options are really good, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
I think I read that.
I haven't touched the multiplayer stuff. There is a multiplayer achievement for having a posse of 6 people. So it's like you can play 6. I don't know if it's 6-player co-op or what, but I think once I finish the story, I'll probably get into that.
The back of the box says it has online multiplayer 2 to 16.
Okay, do you want to just start playing with me? We can start at the same point.
Yeah, hell yeah,
you
let's
haven't
do it.
started,
Sure.
right?
No.
Okay, yeah, it'd be fun.
Also, it seems to be very well written. Like it's something when writing is such a big deal in video games these days, and it's often so poor.
Yeah.
And good writing really immediately stands out.
Yeah, and there's like even the side stories, like the strangers, which are like the random people you stumble upon. Like their stories are pretty cool. Like one guy, he's trying to get out to California, and it's just like he progressively gets more and more crazy because he's out in the desert on his own, doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah,
and it's just like that one guy's little story. It's like a little bonus thing, but it's pretty cool.
So do you know where the game takes place, or is it just like some fictitious area?
It's a state called New Austin, and it's just north of Mexico. And they never really say specifically.
Oh, did you guys see that video, the donkey woman one, the donkey lady video?
That's pretty creepy
on YouTube.
Yeah, super creepy.
Okay, so was that a glitch in the game, or is that like a character they made that just put out there like an Easter egg?
No, that was a glitch. There've been I've run into a few glitches. At one point, I was doing a mission, and it gave me the option to skip ahead. Like I was just riding somewhere, and it's like choose to skip the destination. So I did that, and suddenly I was about 400 feet in the air and just falling out of the sky. I was like, that's not good.
I saw one time you were walking into a barn, and the barn door got stuck to your back.
Yeah,
and you were walking around in the barn with a giant door attached to your back.
Yeah,
I love it's like you're like Three Stooges meet the game.
It's like, whoop.
Actually, getting back to Donkey Lady though, I think it was really interesting because there is some local folklore having to do with Donkey Lady in San Antonio. Do you know anything about this, Gus?
No, I've never heard about that.
Okay, I was looking online to try to find more information, but the sites are really kind of dumb. They're like homemade and like misspelled, which I don't know. But I've heard when I first moved to Texas, I heard all sorts of stories about La Chusa and La Llorona and Donkey Lady, and there's apparently some sort of ghost / monster in San Antonio that lives under a bridge out in the woods, and you go and like honk your horn, and she'll run up and like pummel your car with her hoof hand. Like I guess the story is some woman that was like burned up really badly in a fire and had like this disfigured donkey like face, and her hands were like melted down into like hoof shapes. So
It probably wasn't funny to her.
no, it's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing, but no, it was interesting because it was a glitch in the game that created this like character that is also like in San Antonio, like
Maybe
an actual
she
thing.
willed it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Now we're getting
bizarre.
into some Alan Wake territory, I
The
guess.
fact that it's a glitch, I mean, I think it would be really interesting if they put that into the game, because it is something that is in Texas. But it's even more interesting to me that if it just happened randomly, and it's something that actually is supposedly happened in San Antonio.
I wish to God I could think of something embarrassing about you that I could.
There are a lot of embarrassing things, but I'll probably tell them before you will.
Oh, do you know where this bridge is? Like the Donkey Lady Bridge or anything?
No, I saw a video, like a couple of videos on YouTube. So you can do a search, Donkey Lady in San Antonio, Donkey Lady Bridge. And then there's some just like stories that
What
are
are the
written down.
videos
Like,
of?
it's just like some kids, here's the bridge, let's look, and then like
Oh.
it'll be dark, and they're like, I heard a noise, and all the kids run back to their car. But no, I really want to go spend some more time in San Antonio because I've barely explored it, and I don't want to go to the Alamo again.
So, did you hear about the F1 racing coming to Austin?
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, cool. I'm not an F1 racing fan,
Not yet.
and I won't be. But I'm excited about the business it'll bring to our fair city.
I hear the Donkey Lady was very instrumental in bringing F1 racing to Austin.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a $250 million track they're building somewhere in Austin or somewhere near downtown Austin.
Yeah, they got like a 9 or 10 year contract.
10 years, yeah. Like from like 2012 to 2011. Or no, 2021.
$250 million to build a fucking racetrack near downtown Austin?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, it's not publicly funded though. It's all private.
It's near downtown?
That's what they say. It's supposedly close to downtown, but it'll probably end up being by the airport.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, my Sim City leanings make me feel weird about putting it too close to downtown.
Your Sim City leanings?
Yeah. Thinking about
Is a giant Bowser going to attack downtown or something because of the track?
No, just like the noise alone, like dude, that
Well, it's
episode
going
of
to be one day a year.
Hey, speaking of SimCity,
It'll be a weekend.
Were you in the office that I guess it was last week when I watched that video about the guy who beat SimCity?
No, he didn't
by
beat
build,
it. But
by
like
building the
large
perfect
city.
town.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
It was like that was a very weird video because it was like it made it seem so important what he did and then like big dramatic music and everything.
I think I really like SimCity.
It was, which SimCity was it? Was it SimCity 4?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it was an
Was
older
it?
one.
It was older.
Yeah, it might have been like SimCity 2. So, just real fast to backtrack. The Donkey Lady Bridge is in San Antonio at the corner of Applewhite Road and West Jet Road.
There's also the kids that corner somewhere in San Antonio. That's the ghosts of the children who died in a bus accident.
Oh,
They'll
yeah, I
push
heard
your
of-
car up
Oh,
over
yeah.
the train tracks if
I
you
heard
stall
about
on the
that
train
one.
tracks, and you put talcum powder on your bumper. And like I've heard people that have done it have like had that experience, and it's like uphill, like, or at least it appears to be going uphill, so it's not like something that feels possible.
Yeah, we used to, I grew up, southwest of San Antonio, and I remember always hearing about that when I was a little kid.
We should go to San Antonio and do some ghost hunting.
You guys have fun.
Go look for Donkey Lady.
I'll stay here and play video games.
I had a friend who said she saw La Chusa. It's like the Mexican
what
witch.
is that?
The like it's like a owl / witch, right? And if you see it, like it's an omen of death. She was in a cemetery at Crybaby Cemetery in San Marcos.
Did she
Texas.
Or did someone she know die?
I'm sure eventually somebody she knew died. But
That's the thing about omens of death. If
Yeah.
you know enough people, eventually it'll come true.
yeah, I guess that's true. It's a lot. It takes the pressure off if you're a bad omen. You're like, eventually something bad will happen to this person.
When we first started dating and Griffin was still living in San Marcos, she talked up this Crybaby Cemetery a lot and how it was the scariest place on the planet.
I took you in the wrong season.
And so she took me to it. It's a fucking cemetery. Nothing special about it.
Okay.
She was standing there and she goes, "Well, it was scary last time. Okay, I don't. Damn it."
I went in the dead of winter and it was dark.
You're trying so desperately to tell an embarrassing story about Griffin, aren't you?
No, it's not embarrassing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It just wasn't scary.
Okay, well, I went and it was like overgrown, like they hadn't mowed it, and it was like there was some cat skull like wired to the fence, like around the cemetery, and it was dark and raining, and it was like this perfect setup. And then when I went with my friends, and we were freaking each other out, and then I went with you, and you were making fun of me, and it was summer, and it was still light outside, like I don't know, it was maybe like 9 p.m. and the sun was just setting, and like it was freshly mowed, and there was like a family visiting. Like, it was really totally different experience.
Scary
But
family.
but it's apparently there's supposed to be like a baby that cries, like a baby that was buried out there that cries still, like in the cemetery. Terrifying stuff.
There you go.
Where is that cemetery? Is it in San Marcos?
It's in San Marcos, just if for a little bit south, like if you're going to San Antonio, right past the outlet mall.
6 South.
So you can go get scared and get a Jamba Juice afterwards.
Yeah, it's right. It's next to the haunted outlet mall. There.
Evil outlet mall.
It's my parking lot F.
Their prices are so low, it's scary.
Well, yeah, it sounds terrifying.
It's really frightening.
You know, I saw that. I guess since we talk about food so much in the podcast, I saw someone started a group on the website, and they're going to do like a food tour of Austin.
Oh, I got an
weeks,
email about that.
Bernie
Yeah.
talked about that.
based on what the places that we mentioned.
Where are they going?
I saw they have
Well,
like
the
a
group-
list of like 12 places,
Yeah,
right?
I guess they're going to. Well, they call the group Rooster Feast,
Whatever.
That's awesome.
and I guess they're going to 18 restaurants in 3 days. And they're
Jesus.
going to Gordo's, Cilantro, Lulubee's, Rio Rita, Turf and Surf, Mrs. Johnson's, Round Rock Donuts, Your Mom's Burgers, Head Creek Burgers, Elmo Draft House, The Highball, Hula Hut, Austin Chicago Dogs, Juan Pelota Cafe, Belmont. Oh, Belmont closed, didn't it?
I don't think it's
Oh,
closed.
it's really
Belmont's
slow open.
Mike's Pub, Roaring Fork, Frank, and Hoboken Pie.
There's a lot of places they can cut out of that list altogether. Like they should. No offense to Hoboken Pie, but they should go to Home Slice if they're
Home
going to get
Slice.
pizza in Austin.
Yeah.
If you're listening, people don't.
Hoboken Pie's good, but
Hoboken Pie's good.
Home Slice is better.
But if
Yeah.
Home Slice is top of the food
But I hear
chain,
that doesn't Hoboken Pie have like better like vegan and vegetarian options?
I think it does have pretty good ones.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard good things
If-
from
if
vegetarian.
These people don't sound
Yeah,
vegan or
say
vegetarian.
if these
Yeah,
are fans of our site,
Also-
they're probably not vegans.
I don't. I mean, I would probably go to. I'd probably go to P. Terry's over Hat Creek.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd cut Mike's Pub and go
What?
to...
Oh, no.
Mike's Pub's
No,
great.
Mike's Pub is an
I don't know what
experience.
Surf and Turf is, by the way. Did we ever talk about
Yeah,
that?
that's the po' boy place.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
the-
Oh, yeah.
They can probably cut
They can
that.
cut that. They can cut cilantro.
You probably
Well, don't cut Cilantro.
Roaring Fork. You might take on just make it like get a drink there, not get
Yeah.
not get a full meal.
Well, I don't know. Roaring Fork's got some good ass food though.
Yeah,
Oh, if you go to Roaring Fork, get the what is it? The pork chili.
The green chili pork.
Oh, green chili
Green
pork.
pork
Oh,
stew
my
or
God.
so
pork
good.
enchiladas.
Or the chicken enchiladas are really good there too. You know what else they should go is fucking Casino.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to go to
yeah.
Casino.
Oh, and actually, Jackalop's bar food is I like going to Jackalope more than Casino when it comes to bar food, just because they have more variety.
Well,
Frito-
who knows
Frito
if
pie
they're all
burger.
21 and up or not, though.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
yeah. True.
Yeah. Would you guys want to meet up with these guys at some point? Maybe
No.
we could
Yeah.
meet at the Highball, grab a drink with them.
I haven't been to the highball yet.
If
so I'd
they're
like to do
21. Yeah, we could do that. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of interesting the list that people compile from the stuff we talk about, which the places we talk about aren't necessarily the places I would recommend somebody
Yeah.
who was coming to Austin to go to.
They're just places that we're... Some of them are definitely places that we're trying for the first time, like Lulubee's is on the list, and we've only ever eaten there once. We were just like...
It was good,
Yeah, it's
but I don't know
hell
if
of
it's
it.
like,
Let's go.
Your Mom's Burgers. We only went there once.
dude, that place was great.
It
Though.
was pretty good. Long wait though.
You know, every now and then people email asking, for a list of places we've talked about to eat, and I never had one, but so now I'm directing
can-
them all to the Rooster Feast group.
Hey, speaking of, Frank is a good one to have on there. Austin Chicago Dog. I don't know where that is.
I think that's the dude who sells the hot dogs.
Oh yeah, no.
No, go to Frank.
Go to Frank, and if you want to go to 2 hot dog places, go to Man Bites Dog.
Yeah, Man Bites Dog is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It's right
that
by
sounds
where
really good.
it's right by our house.
They
They have a
should
really
go to
cute
Torchy's also.
waitress there.
You should probably go to Torchy's. Probably should go to Torchy's once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we shouldn't go bikinis. I got so sick yesterday after
Did you
eating the
really?
bikinis.
Did you?
Oh God.
Yeah, Griffin was throwing up when I got home
Yeah.
last night.
Really?
Yeah, and the worst is like before you throw up and you get that mouth watery kind of
Yeah.
thing. I don't know what it was, but like when my mouth started watering, all the grease like. Ooh, it was weird. Like my mouth was suddenly coated with grease. I don't know if it like worked its way through my. It was so gross.
Well, you and
So
Jeff had the
gross.
same meal, right?
Yeah, I was fine.
We had like I had the triple mini burger or whatever with kettle chips.
Yours probably came with extra spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, I
They
don't
were
know.
jealous. It's like another girl. Ew.
Yeah, I was the only female patron that like we got to get this girl out of here.
We'll see about this.
This girl has her clothes on, setting a different standard.
Hey, since Bernie isn't here to yell at us for it, let's keep talking about food. What's one place to add to that list, Gus?
Shit, you put me on the spot. I would recommend putting...
Is there any?
I was going to say to add like some variety.
There's no barbecue joints on there, is there?
God, shut the fuck up. Your name's not Gus. I was going to say to add some variety, they should put a place like Taitara, but Taitara closed.
Yeah.
What about Franklin?
Franklin's good. Pad Thai is also good. It's a Thai place up in the Mueller development.
Yeah.
I haven't been there. We should go.
Yeah, we should.
It's really good. I think it's on par, if not... Some of the dishes are better than Taitara used to be. But then some of the dishes that were good at Taitara aren't as good at Pad Thai.
What about that new place we went to? TNT. That place was great.
Oh, TNT's
TNT's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we never talked about TNT.
What was that? Tacos and Tequila. It's out on like West 5th. And
It's hard to find,
Yeah.
but it's
Fifth
good.
and what is that?
Is it a
street?
trailer?
Spencer or something. It's like
No, it's in
Between
a.
Fifth and s-
It's in like a condo development.
between 5th and 6th, like where the Gables, that new Gables apartment complex thing was built.
Yeah, but they were really good. And it was really inexpensive for the quality of food. I thought.
So what's your one edition? Pad Thai.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your one edition?
I would say something like Ironworks, maybe.
Fuck Ironworks,
fuck
dude.
that.
Or like, I mean, I know you guys don't like Green Mesquite, but
No. If you want good barbecue, you got to go to Rudy's or Franklin. I'd
Yeah.
say.
I had some Franklin this past weekend. It was really good.
How long did you have to wait?
I got there like at 10:55, and I waited about 15 minutes.
God damn.
I got there before it opened, and I was like 20th in line.
They built a fucking barbecue trailer in my front yard. It's the best thing in the world. Every time I open my front yard, it smells like barbecue. It's fantastic.
You open your front
but
yard?
you can't. Yeah, don't you open your front yard? No, shut up. But
did you find another laminated
you
thing?
Can't. No, you can't fucking eat there because there's 1,000 dudes, and you can't park on my street anymore because there's
Yeah.
1,000 cars there all the time.
I almost got hit recently because now it's like
Wow.
Well,
super
What's
busy. And
then
what's
you
the
can't-
one
can't
place?
recommend it then.
Yeah, I do recommend it. What's the one place you recommend?
Pointing at Griffin.
Griffin Ramsey.
well, you recommend. You go first, and I'll pick.
I can't. That list is sorely missing one kind of food that you can't go to Austin and not have. Polvos is what I recommend.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's
Polo's
hardly any
all-
Mexican on there.
Polo's all right.
Chewy's
I like.
too.
Well, how can you
Not
say it's
important.
all right? It's great.
Polo's is fantastic.
It's the only place that I found that like onion, carrot, jalapeno like salad or whatever.
Yeah, that stuff's the bomb.
and you can just fill up on that. If you don't have money, just go there and get seated, have one drink, and like get a bunch
You
of
know,
carrot salad.
you can buy that super cheap at the grocery store.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's easy to make. It's like vinegar and oil and like
Yeah.
vegetables.
Carrots. It is good though.
Okay, I'm going to say TNT. I'm just going to stick with that.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
I think it's good.
So
That
there,
place was
there you
good.
go, Rooster Feast.
When are they
So
coming
we're
out?
doing it June 11th to June 13th, which I guess is in like 2 weeks.
How many people are going?
I don't know. There's a few people. There's only a few people in the group. I guess it's like a group of friends from out of town who are coming to town. It looks like there are
They're staying at your house, Jeff.
eight
cool
members
with
of the
that.
group.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Be sure to mention
But now they get
that
the bump.
Gus and I recommended you go there and talk about how awesome the restaurant is all the time.
Oh, if they get a casino, they could probably do that.
So enough about Rooster Feast. Enough
Yeah.
about the food. That's probably the longest food segment we've ever had in the podcast.
This is the best gaming podcast ever.
We talked about games already. We talked about Alan Wake, Red Dead Redemption. Is anything coming out this week?
Doom 2 came out today.
Oh, that's
Blur came out this week.
They
And
have a great ad for Blur.
that's a fantastic ad.
the Mario Kart parody one.
Yeah.
The tomorrow is Splinter Cell DLC, right?
Is tomorrow Splinter Cell DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You know, one thing I hate is every Monday we do AWU, and like as soon as we put out AWU, about 300 stories show up right after we release it.
Yeah, like fucking Doom 2 coming out.
Yeah,
this
Doom
week.
2, there's like three Xbox Live Arcade games. Then like Robbie Bach and Jay Allard left Microsoft. And,
Well,
you
are
know,
going to leave Microsoft.
Yeah, it's like so much stuff comes out like immediately afterwards.
That's a big deal.
That is a really, really big
Did you
deal.
read it? Did you read his email? Jay Allard's email?
No.
No.
They released his sort of not resignation, but like his final email he sent to the company. It's actually a really, really well done email. You should probably read it.
All right, then.
Okay.
But it's interesting, like, timing-wise, it makes me wonder how far along development of the next Xbox console is. Like, if these people are leaving now, it makes me wonder how much work has started on the next console already at this point.
Do you think it was intentionally timed? Because it's an interesting. You're right along that front too, but also E3 is in 3 weeks,
Yeah.
so it's weird to leave right before E3.
Supposedly, Jay Allard was working on the Courier, the sort of tablet device Microsoft was working on, and they got scrapped. So he just kind of was like, "All right, I'm done," and he left. But he's supposedly still working with Microsoft in a very, very limited capacity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like his email, he says 95% Life, 5% Microsoft, whereas it was flipped before. So.
Life. What does that ever get you?
Well, is that the one you were telling me that just wants to do like charity work and hang out with his kids or whatever? We
Yeah,
were having
yeah.
a conversation yesterday. Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I'm curious to see. These people have been with Microsoft for a long time, haven't they? Both of them were there like
Bach was there
about
for like 22 years,
yeah.
and I think Allard was there for like 18 or 19.
It'll be interesting to see new blood. I hope it works out. It's a dangerous thing to happen, I guess, for Microsoft. It's a big shakeup.
That'll be fine.
So if I wanted to apply for one of these jobs, where do you think I send my resume? Jobs at Microsoft.com.
So Jeff, I know you don't watch the TV show Glee,
No, I don't.
but last night's episode was the Lady Gaga episode, and I thought of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw
Great.
in Q Rank the other day that Lady Gaga
Rank.
gets her name from the Queen song Radio Gaga. Never made the connection.
Can you do me a favor?
No.
Don't think of me ever, especially when you're watching a show, Glee.
Yeah.
Specifically.
On Crank, I came in first 2 days ago, and I came in second yesterday on my
Q
friends
rank.
list. Crank, one word. There's no hyphen. If there was a hyphen, it would be Q rank, but it's Crank. The guys work here in Austin. The guys who make the game. We should call them and ask them what it's called. Even then, you'd probably still mispronounce it.
I'm not going to play that game. I've decided.
It's
No.
fun. You should.
No. Okay. I got excited about Foursquare because y'all wanted to do Foursquare, so I started doing that, and then everyone just decided it was boring and stopped doing it. I just don't want to jump on like another thing. and
You're
get
like me.
excited
That's
about it.
exactly why I didn't want to get it.
But this game stands by itself.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need all these idiots to play it as well for you to enjoy it. It's just a trivia game,
Oh yeah.
and it's just fun.
Well, I just it's hard enough just to find time in the day to do the things you have to do, like build a chicken coop. Our poor chickens are like outgrowing their cage; they're all like crammed in there.
They're getting big, man. That
Yeah, they're
photo of you
huge.
holding what? Not is it
Chocobo?
Chocobo, and he's the little one, or she.
Jeez.
I keep saying he, and I need to send like. I'm hoping that all the silkies are female. I don't know about them. The other two are definitely female, but if we have any roosters and they make noise, we'll have to eat it. So,
Sounds delicious.
well, the silkies are supposed to not taste very good.
You'll have a rooster feast.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You know, I broke 100 on the global leaderboard on Q rank the other day.
Oh, did you?
I was very happy. I
You
was
get-
like number 77 in the world.
Get your award.
Yeah.
Nice. Does your local thing work? Like your local scores?
Yeah.
For some reason, mine never does.
You normally have to look at it the next day.
Oh, really?
Like, I guess because people are still doing it. You know, people are still answering the trivia
Yeah.
questions.
Hey, did you not to change the subject away from Crank, but did you see the video Bungie put out today? The thank you video for the Reach beta.
No.
It's pretty awesome. They put out a video that's like best moments from the beta.
Oh, yeah?
And
Oh,
they
that sounds
show-
incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to watch. Like I watched it like 3 times just trying to take it all in because it's kind of fast, you know. But it's a pretty cool video. I recommend everybody check it out.
So they announced that Reach is coming out September 14th.
Yeah, September 14th. That's some big news.
We got that in time for AWU, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we also have a ringtone now. We should mention that. We mentioned it in the AWU video, but if you like that AWU sort of rap beat I made a couple weeks ago, you can. If you are on your iPhone, what? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Go
Anyway,
right ahead.
if you're on your iPhone, you can go to the iTunes store. If for some reason, just on your iPhone, you can search ringtone, search for AWU or Achievement Hunter, and it'll pop up.
There you go.
So it's like $1.29.
What's your DJ name?
Jazzy Jack. I don't know.
Is this it? The good, the badass, and the ugly? Is that the Bungie video?
The good, the badass, and the ugly. Yeah. And the thing I like about the ugly is that they make a point of showing showing glitches and like mistakes in the game. That was pretty funny. Like they have a really good sense of humor about it.
It's a beta.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. But there's some really awesome, some really cool stuff in there.
No, I'm really excited for that game. Has anybody else here downloaded Steam for the Mac, or is it just me?
I downloaded it. I haven't played it.
I missed the free portal, didn't I?
I
Damn it.
fucking warned you guys
I
over
know.
and over about
I
the
downloaded
portal.
it. I got it.
Oh, good. See? Good. I read that, I guess last week I read that Mac sales account already for 11% of Steam transactions, Steam sales.
Wow.
Oh, really? Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, and that's about what their market share is, right? Like 11, 12%?
You mean computer market share?
Yeah, computer market share.
I think it's, like 10. I think it's at 10, isn't it?
I had some problems with Torchlight, not working right after, like a few days after I bought it, but that got resolved pretty quickly.
How do you feel about Torchlight?
It's good. It just gets repetitive, very quickly.
Yeah, it looks fun though.
It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm probably a little over halfway done with it, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I got distracted by Alan Wake.
What are you moving on to? Did you get Red Dead? Are you going to get it?
I'm probably going to get Red Dead Redemption today. But if Splinter Cell DLC comes out, I want to play that too.
Supposedly new co-op missions too.
Yeah. I don't have anyone to play co-op with.
That's so sad.
I'll probably play. Maybe I could get my wife to start playing
I
Splinter
told
Cell.
you, Panton wants to play co-op with you.
Yeah, he's too good. Like I need someone on my skill level. I don't know if you all saw this, but I saw that someone did, I guess like frame rate comparisons, Portal on the Mac and the PC.
Oh, really?
Like using Boot Camp. They booted into the Windows side, ran benchmarks and using Portal, and then booted into the Mac side and ran it. And this is with the beta before Steam was actually finally released. And Windows gets like double the frame rate
Oh, really?
on the exact same computer.
Huh.
But like I said, that was just the beta, so hopefully they did some further optimization, and hopefully they get that shit worked out in upcoming patches. Hey, Half-Life 2 comes out on Steam today.
Yeah, supposedly.
They released that teaser video
You showed
yesterday.
me that
It's like-
teaser.
yeah, the 1984 commercial parody.
Pretty cool.
I bought that. Time to download it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh yeah. When was the last time you played Half-Life 2?
Oh shit! Probably right after the Orange Box came out.
So you played it on PC, and then you played it on Xbox, and now you're going to play it on Mac.
No, I don't think I ever played it on the PC. No, I did play it on PC.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
did.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You were living with me. We
yeah,
both
I
played it.
That's right. I played it on the PC. Then when the Orange Box came out, I wanted to play Episode 1 and Episode 2, so I replayed it. And then, now I'm going to play it again on the Mac.
So you've experienced the shit out of that game.
Yes. It's a 6-year-old game now. I'm still waiting for Episode 3. One day.
Someday.
E3 maybe.
It's only like fucking 5 years overdue.
Wait, who's going to E3? Just you and Jack, or
Just Jack and I, yeah.
That's Jeff and Jack.
yeah, they heard him. He's got a very distinctive voice.
Just saying. This might be someone's first podcast ever. We should never take it for granted.
Jeff and Jack will be at E3, and if you see us at E3, feel free to come up and say hi and slap Jack.
Hey, what's your what hotel you staying at? What's your room number?
Holiday Inn, Jeff's in room, I don't know.
1216.
There you go.
I actually don't know where we're staying. We booked the reservations forever ago.
When
I
is
can't remember.
E3?
June 15th to 17th.
Okay, still a couple weeks away.
Yeah. And we're going to be there. We have to be there, though. Like
13th.
Yeah, we're going to be there Sunday to Thursday, I think.
Yeah, we leave Thursday morning. So we're only going to be there the first 2 days of E3.
That's fine. Everything will be
First
broken
2
by the
full
third day.
days.
So you're showing up early for all like the events and parties, and then leaving before the event, before E3, the event proper is actually over.
Well, you know what it's like on the last day of E3.
Yeah,
it's like
sad.
a ghost town, and nothing works, and all the booth babes
Freudian
babes
slip.
just look haggard and fucking annoyed. And
Wait, like before we move on, there are girls like hanging out with breasts at E3 just to turn you on, because I don't know if I want you going.
You didn't know about that?
I didn't know that. Is it just like
Actually, it's not as bad.
Not
at
as bad
E3.
as it used to be.
Yeah, they literally toned down. They said you can't do that anymore.
It used to be ridiculous.
Yeah, they used to hire models to come.
so?
and stand
While
there and
I
play
was
games.
watching our newborn child, you were off at E3 like for weekends or whatever at a time, hanging out with girls in tight shirts.
No, I wasn't hanging out with any of those girls. Those girls weren't hanging out with anybody. At
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They were paid to be there.
They were the most disinterested people you can imagine in the world.
Yeah, it was not. It's not like it's not nearly as fun as it sounds.
Okay.
Oh shit! I must have never entered my Half-Life 2 CD key into Steam. I don't have it.
Whoops.
That sucks.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Oh, well, I guess I have to rebuy a 6-year-old game now. Did you see that EverQuest 2 is copying World of Warcraft now and is selling mounts for $25?
I did see that. I can't. Does anybody play EverQuest 2 anymore?
Well, shit, Sony might make like $75 or $100 off of this deal, right? But I guess the difference here is these mounts actually do like give your character additional benefits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. One of them, I don't know what this means. One of them improves the rider's combat abilities. The other boosts spellcasting abilities.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, speaking of EverQuest 2, do you think WoW has plateaued?
I think so. I mean, they haven't really seen any. Well, it's hard. Yeah, I don't think they haven't really seen any significant player base increase, even
Yeah.
with
So-
Wrath of the Lich King coming out. But that could be attributed to their legal troubles in China.
Yeah.
People have been killing themselves like crazy over there working at the Foxconn factory.
Yeah.
I think they've had 9 suicides so far this year.
Hey, speaking of that, and people killing, what the fuck is up with China and all the middle-aged dudes killing school kids?
I don't know. It's a little weird.
It's creepy as shit, right?
I feel like you hear the headline every now and then here in the U.S., but no one's really talking
It's
about
been
it too
like
much.
I saw a summary article the other day. I think it might have been Monday. It's been like 47 kids that have been killed now this year.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Like people just show up at like kindergartens or like elementary schools with like cleavers or knives or something and just start stabbing all the kids they can.
Oh my god.
It's become,
Christ.
and nobody knows why.
It's happened like 10 times or something.
Like the guys will all then kill themselves, and nobody knows why they're doing it. It's just happening randomly, and it's like ex-school teachers, like ex-military, just like normal dudes that are all, but they're all guys in their middle ages, like in the 40s to 60s, and they all like seemed like well-adjusted normal people, and they'll just show up at a preschool and start killing kids.
That's terrifying.
It's terrible, is what it is. And nobody knows why. It's like some M. Night Shyamalan shit.
You say think it's viral marketing for something?
It's the
Midway's gone
plants.
too far this time. Yeah, I guess the headline I'm seeing here is China suffers 8th child stabbing attack in a month.
Wow.
God, just like some kind of crazy murder trend.
Let's see.
That's a great image to go with it, too.
Yeah, it's a guy holding a knife behind his back. since the end of March.
I think it's funny that you find this so hilarious, Jack.
No, it's just like the weirdest like static image you'd put with a story. I think. I mean, that's very like Halloween-esque.
Yeah, the article I see here doesn't have like a running total, but 8 in 1 month is crazy. I guess the first one was the end of March. It says when a mentally unstable former teacher killed 8 children at a primary school. That's nuts.
It's terrible.
2012.
Yes, 2012. It was just like that in the movie.
Yep. John Cusack just run around stabbing kids.
Man, that is a terrible movie. Have you guys
Yep.
seen it? Wow.
Have you seen it, Jack?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's pretty.
Oh,
he's the
he
only
was-
good part of
There
it.
you go. Jack doesn't like
No.
2012.
Okay, but he was not good in
Woody
that
Harrelson
movie.
was terrible.
He
No,
was so
no, that's
bad.
the thing. That's the thing. He's so bad. It's funny.
But it's I don't know.
Well, someone wrote that that movie's like, thank God I wasn't standing there 10 seconds ago. The movie. Because like everything like gets blown up or destroyed right behind them as they're like driving or running.
Pretty much for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard described as 2 hours of running away from visual effects.
Basically the same thing. Oh man,
Yeah, can't recommend it enough.
How did you see it? Did you like get it on Netflix or
Zune Marketplace.
Zune Marketplace.
Yeah. That's how I get almost everything from Zune Marketplace. I don't even go to Netflix streaming that much anymore, just because it's like, I don't know, it's you got to wade through so much crap to find the good stuff, and it's hard to find new releases that are actually new releases.
Starman is on Netflix streaming.
There you go.
Then I
Come
don't-
on.
I'd see it. I will say this about Starman: Karen Allen is hot as shit. in
Yeah,
that
she
movie.
is.
She was at the top of her game back then.
Oh, no,
it's a good movie.
I've already moved on.
Okay.
I was going to say something vastly entertaining, but
Oh, go for it.
no, I don't. It was actually not that entertaining. I was just
You
going to
sure?
say that was the one night we rented that movie on Zune or whatever, or we whatever. Did we buy it? Or we
No,
just
we
rented it?
we rented the shit out of it.
Okay, I'm glad we don't own it because I'm never watching it again. But that was the one night we decided, like, we always watch comedy, and like that's pretty much the only thing we have an attention span for. And it was one night we're like, you know what, let's shake it up, let's do something else, and we decided never to go to do that again. We're going to stick with comedy from here on out.
Back to comedy.
You got 2012 back into the comedy.
Yeah, we did.
it was the end of the world for thrillers
Pretty much.
and action movies. There's nothing really big's coming out, is it? Like, what-
Anytime soon?
the only movie that's on my radar for this summer so far, I think, is Inception.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I still haven't seen Iron Man 2.
you should go see it.
I'd like to. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Shrek just opened this past weekend.
MacGruber-
Man, MacGruber
MacGruber.
fucking tanked.
It was a bad weekend all around. Like, Shrek did really poorly for Shrek.
Yeah, $70 million.
No, I know. It's a buttload of
disappointment.
money, too. But, like, 2 and 3 both broke $100 million, right?
Yeah.
But MacGruber came in 7th place on opening
I know.
weekend.
With, like, $4 million.
Yeah.
Box Office Mojo said it only has like a $10 million budget.
Yeah, Matt was telling me he read somewhere that the movie's already profitable, though. Like, they made enough off foreign distribution rights, off the sale of those, that it's already
I can't
made a
believe that
profit.
MacGruber would warrant like a lot of sales in the foreign market.
I don't know.
Like-
Yeah. It's sad, though, because I actually think it looks like a funny movie.
Wasn't most of the foreign market like MacGyver's enemy? During the action series, they probably didn't get to see MacGyver. Like they were like, "Oh, look, that's me getting blown up by the acid bomb." I don't know, what did MacGyver make?
You know, movies coming out this summer. A-Team.
Is that? I guess
Yeah,
so.
it's coming out.
Man, that is going to be a terrible movie. But that trailer,
It's so
the end of that
nuts.
trailer was fantastic.
The first trailer.
Yeah.
The-
It was
the
like Charlie's
tank in the
Angels
sky,
good.
Yeah. When's the first half of the last Harry Potter movie coming out?
I
Is
have
that
no
Thanksgiving?
idea.
Oh shit.
Hopefully soon. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, because they split that into 2 parts. Oh, the new Twilight movie is coming out this summer.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be big.
Yay!
Man, that's
Yeah.
gonna be kind of a depressing movie though, because the first half of that book, it's good, but it's like the build up to the final battle and everything, and it's actually
Harry
just
Potter, not
really.
Twilight.
Oh yeah, sorry. Going back to Harry Potter, stuff I care about.
Book 7 of Harry Potter basically starts with them killing off all your favorite characters.
Well, no, but
Well, a couple of them.
but then it's just like they're not even in this. It's not even in Hogwarts. Like they're just like traveling around trying to like put clues together and to get things done.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's not a spoiler, right? They're looking for Horcruxes.
No,
It's a depressing book, though, for sure.
Well, the first half is like doesn't. I mean, it's just them getting ready for the final battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that is depressing because it's like they're overly stressed and they're it's like wearing down the
Infighting.
friendship.
They had
Yeah.
that fight with Ron. It's like, man, but
No, it's
Yeah.
really rough and it's really sad.
But God-
and then they cap it all off. Oh God, I don't want to start talking about it. I'm gonna cry. It's fucking.
But
When we-
do you need a facial or some eyebrow plugs?
When we read that,
Feel better?
Exfoliate.
Jeff and I, when we read that book together, we would have to like pass the book back and forth. And Gavin would witness the whole thing. We'd have to pass the book back and forth. Like I would read until I was like sobbing to the point where I couldn't, like you couldn't distinguish words. Then I hand it to Jeff, and he would read until he was sobbing.
Did Gavin record this all in super slow motion?
I wish he had, dude. I'm gonna cry. This is a sad fucking book. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, hey, we should probably go get some lunch. Add something to Rooster Feast now.
All right, what do you want to eat today? What do you feel like?
I don't know.
Not bikinis, please.
All right.
You're the one who suggested it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I know.
My Texas club was delicious, and I did not throw up yesterday.
My mini burgers were fine.
Yeah, my grilled chicken burgers were awesome.
I'm just a puker, I guess. I don't know. It just happens to me.
That should be your catchphrase.
Yeah.
That'll be your new title. I'll make it your title on the Rooster Teeth site
Oh,
now.
thanks.
I'm a puker.
This cannot even fit.
Puker can.
Yeah, I'm sure it can.
Puker, yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not mad at you anymore, Gus, but I'm still a little disappointed.
Okay.
Show up
I
to
can live
come
with
to
that.
D&D next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Make it interesting for me.
All right, throw some caches away.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Bye.